Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of the Sunken Sailor. We've got a huge episode, there's heaps to get through, so I'm not going to waste time talking at the start. Let's get right into it. A few weeks after the sinking of Impara, I got a phone call from the officer in charge of the Jurien Bay police telling me that the police were going to do a ceremony to acknowledge all the volunteers and all the boat captains that had helped with our rescue. So I wasn't going to miss that opportunity to say thanks in person, and I jumped in the car and headed off to Jurien Bay. So I had every intention of having a really good recording of the ceremony, but I got there and I got into some conversations with people, and before I knew it was starting, and I hadn't set up my camera yet. And as I put it down and pressed record, I didn't realise that I'd had it on time warp settings, so I've got no audio of the entire ceremony, and everything's in extreme fast motion. So I've just put together a couple of clips to show you kind of what was going on, but unfortunately there's no audio of it. Hey, so I'm just about to leave Jurien Bay. I've just been up for the acknowledgement ceremony for the volunteers that helped with our rescue a little over a month ago now, and I've picked up the gear that washed up on the beach from Impara, so I've got the car fully loaded up with bits and pieces. Half of it you won't even be able to see, but I'll do a little video of that later to show you what all that looks like. But yeah, I thought it was really important for me to be here and say a few words and thank and acknowledge the people that are largely responsible for all of us being alive today. So it's myself and Ruby and Jordan, Araya and Dane, and we can't thank them enough. So yeah, back on the road again, and gonna head back down south. Alright, so I went to Jurien yesterday, got back last night, and my car is absolutely chockers with everything that washed up on the beach from Impara. So have a little look. See there? Bit of stuff. So I'm just going to have a go at unpacking that and see what's worth keeping. Alright, so this is everything of mine that got washed up on Jurien Bay, everything that got handed in anyway, and we'll just have a quick look through it. So we've got a stand-up paddleboard. Appears to be in pretty good condition. There's a few scuff marks on it, but I don't think any of it has gone all the way through, so hopefully that will still be inflatable, but we won't know until we try and pump it up. One of my surfboards made it, and the surfboard bag made it all the way to shore. Now bear in mind these have all come like 4 kilometres across reefs and stuff, so the fact that anything made it's kind of a miracle. And this board has just made it with this one ding. I don't know if you can see that well, but other than that, it's like pretty much in the condition that I left it in, so that's cool. A bunch of wetsuits rocked up, a whole variety of stuff. That belongs to Tracy. A couple of dive suits, yeah, a whole bunch of wetsuits. My scuba BCD, a bunch of life jackets. This life jacket here, this little yellow one, so that was Ruby's life jacket for the swim. So yeah, I owe this little life jacket a lot. Because without it would have been extremely difficult, or even more difficult than it actually was. And this was the thing that I managed to get on. And looking at it now, it's probably the worst one of the bunch. And this is all Ruby's pencil case because she was doing some schoolwork on the trip, and all her pens and pencils rocked up, which she was pretty excited about. And my dry bag, GoPro, dome, thermos, one of the EPIRBs. It's not the one we used on the day. This is an old expired one. It expires 2016, so don't know if it would still even work. And this one, I think this is, it's got to be Jordan's drone. So hey Jordan, if you're watching, but yeah, it looks pretty good, I reckon. Should be okay to get back up and fly. So happy news for Jordan. Now obviously that's stuffed, but I kind of grabbed it because I thought it might have an SD card or something, or I haven't looked through the pockets yet to see what's in there. There might be something that can be salvaged. But yeah, that's pretty much what came in. That made its way to the sea rescue and police stations in Jurien Bay. So yeah, it's not a lot, but hey, better than nothing. I'm pretty happy to have the wetsuits and the paddleboard and the surfboard bag. So happy days. So I'm gonna have a crack at pumping up this paddleboard, see if it's still usable or if it's going to the tip. So wish me luck. All right, that looks very much like a paddleboard to me. So yeah, I haven't gone up to full pressure, but enough to see that it's not going to leak. The last I remember seeing this paddleboard was about a minute after me and Ruby got thrown into the water, and I remember seeing it float away about 50 meters away, and I was like, just had to let it go because there's no, I had to, if I was going to go and swim after, I would have had to let Ruby go, and that was never an option. So yeah, I'm glad she came back to us. Winner. So pretty soon the day came around to take my wonderful partner Tracy out on the boat and show her Mahana. So Tracy probably suffered as much as anyone through the whole ordeal of the accident and the aftermath. Yeah, and she's been like a wonderful support for me through the whole experience and through everything that we've all been through. So she's been affected just as much as the rest of us, and to be able to take her out and show her Mahana was a really kind of special moment for me.
Oh, awesome, babe. Alright, let's check it out. New home.
She's
so spacious.
So pretty, hey?
Yeah, I love it. Oh, perfect. That's fantastic. Keep my wine nice and cold. Oh yeah. It's fantastic. So happy. New home, babe. Wonderful.
Alright, so the day has come. We're out here, we've got a beautiful day finally. We've had a pretty rubbish winter, to be honest, but hey, we're out here now. And we've got Mahana out of the harbour, we're off the mooring. You can see it's lovely all the way around. And we're about to put some sail up and go for our first sail on our new boat. So, wish us luck. So here we are, we're officially sailing. Haven't got a lot of wind, but we've got a little nice little breeze on our beam. Just got the head sail out. Just gonna crawl before I run kind of thing, but it's so nice to be sailing again. So peaceful and so beautiful. I've really missed this the last couple of months, and it's been a bit of a journey to get here, but I'm super grateful to be able to do this at all, to be honest. So yeah, I'm just going to enjoy this. We're going on about 3.5 knots, and wow, what a day for it.
It's just so nice to be back out on the water.
Size of this big deck I've got, baby.
Love a big deck.
Yeah, you do.
So much room.
So much room for activities. Magic. Swoosh. Later that day, I decided to take out the new dinghy for a bit of a spin and see what was out there, and I got really surprised. I wasn't really having any expectations. I was just going to take the dinghy out and stretch its legs and see how far she could go, and yeah, I got really surprised, as the ocean has a way of doing it, and it was a really awesome moment. So this is what happened.
I don't have any fish for you. Oh my god. That's so cute. You're too beautiful. Come to me. Can you touch me? It's not a fish. Bite me, will ya? This is so cool. This dolphin do what it wants. It's saying hello, checking me out. This is insane. That seriously is one of like the coolest wildlife interactions I've ever had. Man, that dolphin was so curious, and I was hoping he'd come up and touch my hand, but then I was worried it might bite me, thinking there's a little fish in my finger or something. Oh man, that was awesome. Just amazing. Wow. Thanks, Mr. Dolphin, or Miss Dolphin. Love you.
So after we've been sailing, I decided that I wanted to stay on Mahana for the first time on my own. Tracy and I had stayed on the night before, but I wanted to stay on my own for the first time and really start to explore her a bit and get to know her. And one thing I've learned over the years in sailing is that even if you don't go looking for adventures, sometimes the adventures just come to you. And that's kind of what happened on that night. Holy shit. So it's about 10:30 at night, and this is my second night staying on the boat. Today the mooring maintenance guys came along and said, oh yeah, we're here to service your mooring, we're going to clean it, and we'll check out the chain, and some of it might be due for replacement, so you know, we'll replace it if we need to. And I was like, yeah, no worries, do what you got to do, you're the professionals, no problem. And I'm sitting here probably about 15 minutes ago, and I hear this noise. I don't know what the fuck it was. So I got up and I look where I am, and I'm nowhere near where my mooring is, and I'm just about on the ground. And so I run down and started the motor, and yeah, just managed to get, like, I was touching the bottom, and then just managed to get the fuck out of there. And I've driven around, and now I've anchored roughly where my mooring should be. My mooring ball is still attached, and so obviously whatever they've replaced today has just come undone within a few hours of them doing it. So, well, I guess they did it late this morning. And yeah, whether shackle has come unseized or I don't know, but yeah, I nearly ended up on the bottom. Fuck! Did not need this. Oh, it's been a crazy day. The adventure never stops when you're on a boat, and I'm just glad I'm here tonight, because otherwise I would have woken up to my bloody boat. I would have been getting a phone call in the morning. Yeah, boat's on the ground again.
Not my fault this time. Shit. Anyway, that's what's happened. I'm gonna wash my hands, get all the chain rust off. But I think I'm okay for the night. Lucky I didn't bang into any other boats. I'm happy about that. Alright. So I'm just coming to show you the mooring ball that's come off, just so you know I'm not bullshitting. I'm just going to try and light this up. I'm just going to put this on my head. Hang on. Alright, so there's my mooring ball. Just dangling in the breeze, pretty much. I think it's got some chain still attached to it. Tried pulling it up before, but still pretty heavy. But as you can see, it's not offering any resistance or anything. Put my anchor out. Doing the job for me. Just a little concerned. Probably can't see the boat there. The boat there. I'm just going to have to see how it goes. The wind's supposed to swing me kind of in that direction, so hopefully I'll give myself enough swing room. Hey, who knows? Well, see how it goes. In the next episode of the Sunken Sailor, I get to the bottom of the mooring situation. Perfectly good shackle attached to what? I introduced Ruby to Mahana.
Awesome.
And take her out for her first sail since the accident. The new mooring gets a test, and so do my nerves.
It's leaving squally out here at the moment.
And Emily and Isla take me out for a spin in the dinghy.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this episode. If you're keen to keep on watching more of my adventures and seeing what crazy stuff's going to happen next, then make sure you subscribe, hit the bell icon if you want to be notified of future episodes, and throw me a like, say hi in the comments, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.